Hi, this is Somewhere Only We Know, part 7. In the previous part, we've been working on the template, which is used for the first half of the pre-chorus. And in part 6, we learnt the right hand. So part 7, this is quite a short part in comparison to the other parts of the pre-chorus. We're now going to learn the left hand, which is very simple. So by the time you finish this part, you should hopefully be very familiar with this pattern or template. And then in the next part, we will apply that template to the D minor chord. So by the end of the next part, you will have finished the first half of the pre-chorus, and the last part, part 9, the last part of the pre-chorus, will then deal with the second half. So now we're just going to deal with the left hand of this pattern. Okay, so we've now got the right hand sourced out for the G minor chord. I'll just play it through for you quickly now. So it's, I'll do it with the pedal. So put your pedal down, this is what it should sound like. Okay, do that again. Okay, so that's that. Now I've got to deal with this left hand. Just checking that's all in view, good. So we have these two notes here. Okay, this is a G. Remember, the chord is G minor, so this is a G. 2 octaves of G. So you've got one here and then one here. Okay, so that's where the rest of it is. You've got 2 Gs, and this is the little finger, and this is the thumb. It's pretty simple. Okay, so it comes on the beat 1 and the beat 2. So if you've got this sorted, you can see that this goes on the first beat. So if I count 4 and, it goes 1 and, okay? So you do them together, 1 and, index, thumb, and you put that in at the same time at the beginning. So it's 1 and, G on the left hand, okay? 1 and, alright? Then you also can do this next, the ring finger and the index finger. And at the same time as that, you put this thumb in here, okay? So all together it goes little finger, thumb, with dun dun dun, okay? So little left hand here, I'm calling out the left hand here, so little finger, and then thumb. This is I'm not calling out this hand, it's index, thumb, ring and index, okay? That's what you're playing in the right hand. I'm not calling that out now, I'm going to play that, index, thumb, ring and index, and I'm playing the left hand. Little finger on the G, then thumb on the G an octave higher, okay? So it's little finger, thumb, or a 4 and, do this with me, 1 and 2, okay, so 4 and little finger, thumb. I can't think of any way to make that more clear, so hopefully you've got that now, 4 and 1 and 2, okay? Takes you right the way through. You'll see there's only one more thumb, and it's here. It's pretty simple. Let's do the second page. So we're going to go 4 and ring and index, thumb, index, thumb, index, thumb, index, thumb. Okay, so forgetting the first page now. So 4 and ring and index, thumb, index finger, thumb. Okay, now this left hand, the G, the same one you did there, comes in again on beat 3. Okay, so 4 and ring and index, thumb, index finger, thumb, and then you bring the thumb in with the index finger, okay, on the beat 3. So I'll count the numbers. 4 and 1 and 2 and thumb and 4 and. It's really simple. 4 and, I'll do a bit faster. 4 and 1 and 2 and thumb and 4 and. Okay, so it's 1 and 2 and thumb on the left hand and 4 and. So 4 and 1 and 2 and thumb and 4 and. I'll count out just numbers, but you play the thumb on the 3. So 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. And if you've got your pedal down, you need to tap that and it will ring through. So 4 and 1, this is with the pedal, 2 and 3 and 4 and. Alright? Not sure how to break that down anymore. You just got to put it all together now, really. So should we try this all together? Play this with me. I'm putting all hands in now, okay? 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and, okay? So let me call out these left hand. I'm calling out the left hand fingers now. You ready? So 4 and little finger, thumb, and 3 and 4 and ring and index, thumb, and then thumb comes in. 4 and I can't really break that down any simpler. I'm just going to call out the numbers. You practice it with me. Everything now, including the left hand. Ready? So 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and whoops, 2 and 3 and 4 and let's do it again. 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and, okay, let's do that a bit faster. So 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and, okay, a bit faster. Again, you know the rules. Don't speed it up. If you make any mistakes, you're going too fast. So keep rewinding it. Do it at the slow speed. Do that for a day or two. Only speed to the next speed when you can do the next speed with no mistakes. If you're making mistakes, you've gone far forward too early. And if you keep practicing those mistakes, you will learn them. Same rule always. You keep it slow enough, you're making no mistakes. That way, you should be able to learn to play this perfectly. Okay? So 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and, ready? 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. If you can't do that, if you're making mistakes at that speed, just keep playing it over at the previous speed. If you play it over at the previous speed 400-500 times, even less, probably over 100 times, you'll probably find that the next day you come back and you can do the next speed without making any mistakes. But if you can't, keep repeating it at the slower speed. Eventually, your brain will learn to play it automatically. And once it's learned to play it automatically at that speed, that's when you find you can do it a bit faster without making mistakes, because the brain has started to learn to play it automatically. But you make mistakes, the brain learns to make those mistakes automatically. It's not rocket science. Seems to be when I'm teaching. No one seems to really get this principle. Pupils always want it to sound like the song, so they speed it up fast. And then they just learn the mistakes and they can never play the song. It's up to you. If you want to play it well, try and follow the principles I'm giving you. It took me about 10 years of playing to really get that into my head. If you do that now, maybe you can skip some of those 10 years that I had to wait before, and most people seem to have to wait before they get good because they just keep practicing things with mistakes up until that point. So you want to skip a few years of practicing. Try and learn to play things without making mistakes when you're practicing. Keep things slow, okay? So, let's do a bit faster. This will be way down the line before you can play it this fast. I'm going to go closer to normal speed now. So 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and same again. 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and, okay? This is probably way down the line. I'll try and do it even faster for you now, okay? So 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and, okay? And I'll do it faster again. 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and, whoops, so 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and even faster. 4 and 1 and 2 and 3, whoops, 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. It's hard for me to play it while I'm counting. I'll play it without counting. Okay? Might be even faster than that on the track. Something like that. It's very light fingered when he plays, you know. It's much easier on a weighted piano, I'll be honest. These keys are not weighted. You see there's no give when I push. They're kind of springing straight back at me. you get a proper weighted piano, like a classical piano, or even a more expensive one than this. It's a little easier in a way, I think. It is, I think, from when I've played it, because this weights down under your fingers. This is resisting me. So try it on a weighted piano if you're struggling on one of these cheaper ones. Okay, so that's that. The next thing to learn, let's see how far through we are. I think that will be the end of part 7. Part 8, very simply, we're going to go and do the same again with one alteration on the D minor chord. Yeah, this is pretty much exactly the same for the next chord, the D minor chord. So, I'll show you the sheet. There you go. So we've just done the G minor. You do the same again pretty much on the D minor chord, and that's that half done. And then the last part for the pre-chorus, we'll do that, which is slightly different. And it's really beautiful, this ending, so you'll feel really rewarded if you get that far. So now if you move to part, what are we on now? So if you move to part 8, you can see how to play this riff template on the D minor chord. So move to part 8 now.